Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for visiting me today. Today I'm going to bring you the tutorial for the card I made for the Inspiring Inspirations blog card with the theme of harvest. So I've gone for sunflower and yeah, stay tuned and I will show you how I made this. So recently on my travels I passed loads and loads of fields of sunflowers, and there's a garden round the corner from us who has loads of sunflowers, and I do love a sunflower, so I thought let's make a sunflower card for my harvest theme. So I'm going to use crushed curry, so I'm going to die cut the big sunflower and make it, I'm going to try and make it come alive as well. So so we'll see how we go with it. One of the ideas I had is to stamp first and then die cut. Not quite sure how that's going to come out, but I'm going to give it a whirl. So I'm going to mount it up and I'm going to stamp it, I think, in pumpkin pie, so rather than the crushed curry, so that I've got a little bit of an outline to do some colouring later. I have previously done a video last year, I think, on colouring a sunflower, but this one is going to be a bit different. There we go. And then I'm going to place my die, and I'm looking where it might fit. I wonder if it's easier if I try and line the outside up, which I managed to do straight away. So then this to be lined up with that. I think that's it, because there's like a little W thing there. Cook it on gas. There we go. So I'm going to get that cut out. So that's it cut out. So I'm going to stamp it again and cut it out. So there's the two cut out. So now I'm going to colour this to try and make it a little bit more realistic. So I've got my unlimited blends to do this. So I've got pumpkin pie and daffodil delight. Don't have crushed curry. I've got the bronzer, the lifter, and I've got crumb cake. So we've got this bit, which I thought might be fun. So I might do a little bit of colouring on that bit to make the centre of the flower the right sort of colour. So we've already got a bit of pumpkin pie on there to give it texture. So going round with my bronzer, and let's go and use some crumb cake. That was the dark, now we've got the light. stroking to do a bit of blending. And a bit of stroking out. So I want to continue that colour on this section. So I'm going to start with the lightest colour. On the edge. And then the bronze. So I think that's working quite well. So that's going to cover up in the centre. So now we're going to use our pumpkin pie in the centre. Bit of light pumpkin pie, and then we've got some daffodil delight. So that is how I'm going to continue to colour those petals So I'm going to start with the dark. Then the lighter. And the Daffodil Delight. And the light Daffodil Delight. And then that's what I'm going to use to try and blend that darker one a bit. And then using the light to stroke up a bit. And then the blending magic happens. So that is what I'm going to do throughout the whole sunflower to try and bring it to life. So I'll do that, speed it up. So that it finished. It would seem that I forgot to press the time-lapse button. So yeah, I filmed it, but I didn't film it. So there we go. But I think you got the picture of what I was doing. So now we're sort of ready to assemble a card with it. That goes there like that. And I did have a thought about making the centre a bit more realistic. We have in the die set this die here, and so I thought if I stamp the centre of the flower and then cut that centre out with this, that would lay on top, and that would probably help. So I'm going to do that. I want some leaves, so I've been looking. I've got the lovely Beauty of the Earth DSP, and I've got this strip which I thought might make nice leaves. It would give the leaves some texture and some colour. So I thought I'd cut some out with that, and then I thought I might stamp some on and then use the outline to die cut. I might do the big ones and the little ones. Oh, I remember I did a bit of stamp surgery so that I could easily, so I could stamp them separately, but you can just easily put them back together again. So that, and the beauty of stamping them together like that is that the dies then cut the two out at the same time. So I'm going to use some Mossy Meadow because that is the colour in the DSP. I'm just double checking that that is correct. Yep. So I'm going to get my Mossy Meadow. And I'm not sure how many leaves I want, but I'll do a few. Cut a few of them out. So I think this will be good leaves because it saves colour in them. Oh, I've moved it now. Destined to always be trying to line it up. So now let's put these ones on. There we go, and then I've got room to do a couple of those. So I'm going to get those die cut out. So they lay over like so. That one lays over like so. I want to, then I can cut a few of those out to make it 3. Should have thought about it a little bit better. And I want to stamp just the centre of that. I think I'm going to do it on soft suede. I think that will be a good colour. So I think I'll ink up the soft suede, stamp it onto soft suede, a bit of tone on tone, because I think that goes quite well with the colour. And again, that's saves a bit of the colouring. So I want to just bothered about the centre. Missed most of it. Probably done enough to cut that out. So I'll get them all cut out. So there they are, all ready, cut out. And I think that middle goes quite well up there. And I've got some leaves. I did make a slight mistake by cutting the outline out, and then I laid the other one over the top. It's not quite worked, but don't matter. Didn't line that up very well, but I've got some good leaves here. I think they work well to go with our little sunflower. We can put a few little clusters around. And have some little ones as well. And I think that makes quite a nice harvest looking display for a card. I may or may not use those. So let's get it on a card. So I've got some thick whisper white, just standard sheet, cut in half, scored in half, and I thought I'm going to just do those edges. Yes, I thought that would sit quite well on a card in that sort of direction. I just think it's quite a big flower for the front of the card, but I think it works quite well in that orientation. And I felt I wanted some paper behind, so from that same paper pack we've got this sheet here, and I thought those colours went really well, but I thought I might just have it in the diagonal. So I'm going to cut this the width of a card mat. That way and that way. And then cut this diagonally. So that that can go underneath and I thought that would work quite well. With our leaves tucked in under there. cluster of 3 on each side, and then we just need a sentiment to go with it, and we've got these sentiments here within the set, but I wasn't sure about them. I quite like the Thanks a Bunch. I think that's quite cool. Also, I quite like the idea of putting maybe one up in the corner there. But looking at them, well, I quite like that one. I think that might sit in the corner. Up there. And now I'm just thinking of someone and a reason for sending that I'm now thinking, yes, that would go there quite well. So let's get these stuck down. But first, I think I might do the Stampin', because I don't want to stick it down and fluff it up at the last minute. I'm thinking Mossy Meadow. And then we've got the balance of the green corner to corner. So I'm going to have a look at that, lined up straight. Yep. So don't like the way I've stamped that. I've got a little bit of, oh no, that I was thinking I had a little mark there, but that's the dot for the eye, isn't it? That's fine. Now we can stick everything together. So I'm going to use my Tombow. And already I can see when I put that down that that was a good choice of colour. I'm going to stick this down. Might put a few little dots. And I'm going to put a little dimensional on that. And I'm not going to go right to the edge so that I can poke the leaves in. And so there we have it, my little harvest themed sunflower card. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you liked seeing how easy with the Stampin' Up lens it is to get sort of a realistic looking result. I'll link down below to everything I've used, so you can pop along to my shop and buy it if you so wish. And please like and subscribe, press the bell, and you'll get notified of all my uploads. And I'll have all the details over on nigezza.co.uk. Bye for now.